Welcome back to depression-youarenotalone.com. To my left is Shannon, behind the camera is John, and I'm Lou. Today, I don't know if this is going to be a lot of fun or not. For me, it is. It'll be fun for me.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about delusional disorder. For those of you that don't know what delusional disorder is, it's for those that have the unshakable belief in things that are not true or based on fact. Because people like that, to me, are the ones that will drive you absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree? These are people that don't know things, but believe things, and you're not going to tell them. You can present them with facts. It doesn't matter. Facts are irrelevant. Now, so let's bring up examples, and we're going to get to the mental illness part of this. Besides this already being a mental illness, I'm sorry, it's a mental illness, because if someone presents you with a fact of something and you still, nope, I don't believe it, but you are convinced you know based on nothing, there's obviously something's not
going
right on. And we'll bring up examples. We brought some of these people up before. We'll do it again because I think they're great examples. Flat earthers. We have people that are flat earthers. I think I've said this before, where I've talked to people about flat earthers and they've told me, okay, there's no way that's true. No one believes the earth is flat. Oh no, there are people that do.
Yeah, I saw
the
that.
earth is flat, like a pizza or a pancake, a frisbee. They still have not explained to me. You know, these are people that think if you're a flat earther, listen, you should go back to the 1300s. And before that, remember when people would go on ships on discoveries and people would tell them, you're going to go off the edge.
Yeah.
You're just going to sail and sail and sail, and you're going to fall off the edge.
I don't think that ever happened.
No, I don't think that happened.
I think it's pretty impossible.
Yeah, I don't think anyone ever fell off the edge of the earth.
I don't think so either.
I mean, on the Truman Show, he actually, on the island they created, he actually went, there was a door.
Fictional.
Yeah,
It was a door. So I guess to you flat earthers,
that made sense to you.
now, you can show them photographs, science, you can tell them whatever you want. Nope. This is what I believe, and to me, it's true. The earth is flat. The unshakable belief in things that are not true and not based on fact. Now, we can apply that to so many things. Let's do a big one. Here's a big one. There are people to this day in 2022 that still say the Holocaust didn't happen.
That's disgusting.
Isn't that not true?
That's disgusting.
there's tons of people.
The Holocaust never happened.
That's so disgusting.
Okay? Never happened.
Shame on you.
How about that? How about that for an example?
No, the Germans only butchered like 14 million people.
But people to this day will
12 to
say
14 million.
it wasn't real. It never happened. How many people were saying during the pandemic, no one's ever been sick from this. This is fake. No one's ever been sick. And then you watch them drop like flies.
Yeah. Oh, that was sad. That was
not only
sad.
that, when President Trump, who went to the hospital with COVID, who as president, not because he's him, because any president, they're not like us going to a hospital during a pandemic where the nurses, listen, I have 30 patients.
Yeah.
I can only have so much
they have
time.
doctors, nurses.
They have doctors, nurses, specialists
States.
around them at all times.
24/7.
I guess you Trumpers who said that this was not real don't remember him standing there when he got to the hospital going, struggling to breathe.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of you, when he talked about injecting light into someone, shooting disinfectants up your ass or whatever the hell he was, remember? When he said that at a press conference with Dr., what was her name? I forget her name. Fauci's
I don't know.
partner there, where she sat there looking down.
What else could she do?
Oh my God. We ought to look into that. We ought to look into that. And a lot of people, there were people that actually took stuff and
died.
Yeah,
they
some
died.
people, they drank Lysol and a few other things.
So, my question, see, this is the problem with people that suffer from delusional disorder. They're so convinced they know things. that you cannot have a conversation with them because the things they believe are so stupid and ridiculous, but they're so convinced that they know, based on nothing.
Well, a lot of them.
On nothing.
A lot of them. Well, here's one of the biggest issues: is a lot of them belong to these theorist groups, and they get onto these websites that they're all theories, and then they all it's like a pack of wolves. They get in there.
Yes.
Yeah, but according to flat earthers, the flat earth is not a theory; it's real. According to flat earthers.
No, but this is the thing.
And a bunch of others.
This is the thing that everyone should always realize. It's like a cult. In some cases, it's not a cult. It's someone looking to make money.
Well, and
to
that's
sell
true.
you books.
Yeah, that's true.
To have you join clubs.
Yeah.
To
For
sell
sure.
you pamphlets or whatever to make
Depending
money
on
off
which
of
organization,
you.
yeah.
You want to talk about people just believing things without no fact or based on truth. People of faith. They think they're people of faith. There are those people of faith. They go to church or they try to live their lives a certain way.
Good.
Wonderful.
Good.
What about those people that have an illness? And we're going to mention televangelists again because we have to, because this is a perfect example of delusional disorder. You believe in God or Jesus. You believe that you will get cured if you write a check, give your credit card number to another human being who has millions of dollars, who lives in wealth.
Yeah.
That God, the God that you believe in, that you love so much and loves you so much, is not going to lift a finger until you pay. Mm-hmm. Okay? You're delusional.
I agree.
Let me tell you another
Sad.
thing.
Well, they suck you in.
The Scientologists.
Oh.
Well, Elon. What's his name? Is it a brain fart?
Tom Cruise.
No, not Tom Cruise. Hubbard,
Oh, Hubbard, yeah.
the creator, said that people came from clams and other things, and then when you die, your physical body goes into something else. Okay, that's all wonderful. That's all wonderful. And you have these people believe this crap. Okay,
It
fine.
morphs into something.
Yes, you morph into another.
And then you get your own planet.
Right, and
I know about the planet, but what are you morphing
listen,
into?
I'm just going to say this because we don't have time to do an episode on them.
Right.
Plus, I wouldn't even waste my time. with these
I
people.
agree.
Look them up. Google what they believe in. Not on their site. Not on their website. Because on their website, it's all wonderful and beautiful to suck you in. Research those that left Scientology. Let them tell you what it was about.
Yeah.
Yet there are people believe it, blindly believe all this. Okay, Kirstie Alley, but she doesn't believe that if maybe she exercises and eats better, she'll lose weight. She doesn't believe in that, right?
No.
But she believes in Scientology. Whatever. People believe if you want to believe.
That Remy, what's her name? Remy.
Leah Remini.
Yeah, she
Leah.
came out.
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman was another one that she came out that she said that the Scientologists, whatever, when she was with Tom Cruise, they were spying on her phone.
They've separated families.
They separate families. I think her father was a psychologist or something. They wanted her to separate from her dad. She said no, something like that.
If you also want to believe
Google that.
that God
something like that.
sent a big fish, later on came to be a whale, and swallowed Jonah.
Ugh,
And Jonah spent 3 days and nights inside of the whale.
a whale.
If you want to believe that, man, believe it. Is it based on fact or anything?
Well,
No.
what was he doing in the whale for that long?
Because he had to think, because he had messed up, and he had to repent, right? And so he had to think about what he
in
has
a whale's
done wrong.
body.
Yeah, for three days and nights he was inside.
And the
inside
whale let him just go?
You know what? You want to believe that? Believe.
He opened up his mouth and let him
But
go.
you know what? When you believe things like that, you need to keep your mouth shut. That's the problem. Or hang around people that think like you as well. Because I've had arguments. Well, they're not arguments. But I tell these people, okay, I'm not doing this crap. Don't be feeding me this crap because I'm not doing this. You believe it, yours, keep it, no problem. You have the right to. I have no issue with
You
that.
do have the right
Do
to.
not try to brainwash me with crap.
Yeah.
Another example, Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Scientifically, impossible.
Really? And you don't even need a scientist to tell you that.
No.
You don't even need a scientist to tell you that.
Okay, how these people in the Middle East, which really couldn't wander throughout the world, go to Australia, pick up a kangaroo, and bring it to the Ark, two kangaroos.
Now you're just being nitpicky.
You know.
You're just being nitpicky. It just happened,
Hey, inquiring minds
believe
have
it.
questions.
and people believe it. Right, don't ask questions. Don't ask questions.
That goes to politics, too.
Of course. Oh, politics. Let me give you an example.
But wait, we are not saying don't believe in Jesus, don't believe in God. We're not saying that.
You can believe in whatever
You
you
can
want.
believe in
just
whatever
you can believe
you
in
want.
whatever you want.
Force it on other
Just don't force it
people.
on other people.
Don't force it on other people and attack people because they don't believe what
Yeah,
you believe.
yeah,
But what
exactly.
you believe is not based on truth or fact.
Yeah.
It's based on stories. I can read you a lot of books that I have. Well, let me tell you this. Lord of the Rings was not real.
Really?
Okay,
It's not?
it's not.
Oh my
It wasn't
No,
gosh,
it's
I
not
didn't know
real.
that.
It's make-believe.
Oh, and speaking of Lord of the Rings, let me tell you, Gandalf, you got Frodo and what's his name? Frodo and
I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan.
anyway,
so.
they had to walk all the way to
Tibet?
whatever
I
to
have no
throw
idea.
the ring into
Was
the
it
fire.
Mordor or something like that?
Yeah, into the fire.
Well, yeah, to the fire.
But then when shit hit the fan, Gandalf sent the eagles,
Yeah.
and then the eagles picked him up and carried him.
I like eagles.
If I was him,
This way.
I'd say, wait a minute. You had me walking all of this way. You could have just sent the eagles from day one.
Yeah.
We would have been there in like 24 hours.
Well, they had to drag the movie, so.
I thought-
Oh, there's got to be something.
But
to it,
anyway.
maybe.
But anyway, politics. Let me give you. I'll give you a perfect example, a real life example. I did student loans. So did Shannon. We did them for years. I had a client, talked to him on the phone, and he said to me, "Yeah, I got a student loan, man. That goddamn Obama's got me on these student loans." Now, I had all his student loans, the dates, the amount he owed, and everything. I said to him, "Well, the issue is this. First place, you had these student loans before Obama was president,
Yeah.
correct?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, but now I got to pay the damn thing." And he was paying $1,000-something a month. I said, "Well, you're going to be in an income-based loan, consolidating your student loans based on your family size and your income. Your monthly payment will be zero." He was just dead silence.
Yeah.
He said, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?" I said, "Because under the Obama program,
Oh,
the
my.
payments will be based on your income and family size." And he's just like, "Well, how's it going to be zero? Then it's just I got to pay longer." I said, "No, that zero payment is considered a payment because it's based on your income, not a standard loan."
Now what you think?
And he's like, well, you finally did something right."
See how that works?
But the hatred,
Yeah.
the blindness, you're getting bailed out. You're criticizing the current president, because it was back then when he was president, when
And
Obama was president.
yeah.
You're criticizing the current president for loans you had before he was president, and now he installed a program
to help.
that puts you at a zero payment, saving you over $1,000 a month.
Did you see how quickly his changed? His, whatever you want to call it.
We're talking about people that just don't have information, but I'll be damned if they don't know shit. And they're going to argue with you.
Yeah.
They don't know anything.
Right off the bat.
But they know things.
Oh, I know.
How about on that Jordan Klepper clip, that lady that...
I like him.
That lady. Remember, what did she say? Something about...
Oh, God, he's huge.
She doesn't have... Obama's a Muslim or a terrorist.
She
or something.
doesn't have any proof.
I don't
but she
have any
knows.
proof.
Oh, I don't have any proof.
But
Yeah.
I know.
But I know.
Oh.
I just know.
You just know
Yeah.
things.
But no proof, nothing
Just
documented.
know things. How about how many Trumpers, for example? Because we're gonna pick on you guys because you're the least informed people I've ever seen in my life, and it's just beyond me.
Yeah.
About the insurrection hearings. Do you know what Bill Barr said about
Barr.
Trump? No, Bill
Bill
Barr.
Barr.
What he said about Trump, spreading the word that the election was rigged. He told Donald Trump, "It's bullshit." He said it under oath. It's on video. Do you Trumpers know that? No, you don't know that because you didn't watch the hearings.
Because Fox isn't.
And Fox isn't telling you these things. What did Donald Trump's son-in-law, Kushner, say? I just took it as a sore loser.
No.
Did you know that? It's not fake news. You could look it up. You'll hear him say it. You'll see him say it. What about his own daughter, Ivanka? When she was asked if she believed and trusted Bill Barr and saying that it was bullshit, what did she say? Yes, I trust Bill Barr. Do you know that? To you Trumpers, do you know that? No, you don't. Because you didn't see the hearings. Because Fox isn't telling you that.
Of course, they neglect to tell you that. I was watching Bill Maher the other day. That's why I had that on my mind. But yeah, you're right. He's great, Jordan Klepper. He's quick and fast.
The thing is this. We talked about the Holocaust. We talked about so many different things. When you don't read anything, you don't research anything, you don't do anything, but you just know shit.
You always know something.
You just know shit.
I
Because
know.
you're ignorant, you're uninformed, but you will foam at the mouth.
Yeah.
To come out on top in an argument. And even though sometimes you think you win, you didn't win, you lose because the other person's going, what an idiot.
Yeah, that is so true.
What an idiot.
You look at these people on social media. If they can't have a conversation, they know they start calling you names. They just turn around and
that's their
call you
out.
names.
That's of
Because
course.
what used to be is this. There can be a politician or somebody, I disagree on the policies. There used to be a time, too, where you can say, I disagree with you on a lot of your policies. I do agree with you on some. It was about policies. Now,
No.
it's a cult. It is a cult. You have, I'm not even going to mention his name. I'm sorry. I can't even do it because he just aggravates me. But you look at these politicians that have kissed up to Trump. And then you look at Republican politicians that have washed their hands of him.
A lot.
That are more sane.
Yeah.
That are like, we're supposed to be a party of policies of, we're into, which is a lie, being fiscally responsible, which is a lie when they're in power. But things are no longer about policies, it's cult. It's following the cult leader. Now, following the televangelist, right? Following the televangelist.
Ugh.
It's not just following, it's giving them money.
Of course, because it's about money. You don't give them money.
Dwindling
They
their
don't
bank
give a crap
accounts.
about you.
Are you in debt?
Give me
Oh, we can fix that.
$1,000.
Give us $1,000. Put it on your credit card.
And they don't have
But again,
$1,000.
think of. I have to say the Holocaust again because it boggles the mind of a sane person how there are people saying the Holocaust not real,
That's absolutely disgusting.
never happened.
Yeah, the sad part is they keep saying it's 6 million people, 6 million people. The Nazis butchered between 12 and 14 of their death camps. Million.
Yes, because it wasn't just Jews.
No.
If you're mentally mental illness, gay,
if you had deformities, there was all gypsies, they killed all kinds of people.
yes.
Challenged in
Yep.
some way. Whatever you want to call it.
But to some people today, nope,
Didn't
not
happen.
real.
Yeah, that's.
We have people,
Tell that to the surviving soldiers from World War II that showed up at
and the
death camps.
survivors of
Yeah,
many,
survivors, yeah.
Not many left.
families of who lost,
Yeah.
who lost people.
Yeah.
Tell them it's
Everything
not
was
real.
documented. Everything, we have a history of it. Documented.
Mental illness, we talk about mental illness like it's something new. Just came out of nowhere.
That's nothing new.
It just came out of nowhere. Give me a break. There are people out there with mental illness everywhere. Everywhere. There are people that if you sit in a church on a Sunday and pray to Jesus and love Jesus, but you're full of hate.
Yeah.
You hate people that don't look like you.
Yeah.
You hate foreigners because naturally in your mind, Jesus was American. Right?
Yeah, he's from Texas or wherever.
So
Yeah.
if you just left church, but all you're praying and all this, not singing and all this, but you hate Mexicans, you hate people of color, you there's a list of people you hate as if Jesus loves you, and people that look like you.
That includes people that don't worship God the way you do. It's a whole gamut of hate.
Is maybe that's a delusional disorder, maybe?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We can just go on and on with this list of absolute stupidity. Now, try to sit down with one of those people. Try to sit down with them and explain this to them. How do you pray to Jesus, who would be a little dark man, but you hate little dark men?
Yeah. Answer that.
You don't like people from there.
Try that one out.
But how do you love Jesus so much?
He was from there.
He was
Yeah,
from
he
there.
was from there.
Again, as I have said this before, he was not from Alabama.
No, he was not. He was not.
You know, he wasn't. And he didn't have a skull cap on,
No.
with chewing tobacco in his
And-
mouth,
and-
a rifle rack on the back of his truck.
No.
That's not who he was. But you hate everybody that would look like him.
Yeah.
Now, getting back, how are we going to get to mental health here? People that are delusional disorder, they just know things, right? Not based on truth or fact. They have someone in the home that has a mental illness. But in their minds, it's not real. Because I know it ain't real. Well, how do you know that? Because I know.
They always know.
Because you just know. You know what? For you people like that, when you tell me you just know things, you're going to have to do this with me in front of my face. Break it down and explain to me how you know. The answer of, I just know,
Ain't gonna fly.
ain't going to work. That just ain't going to work.
I agree.
And if there's someone in your home that's suffering from mental illness, I'm feeling bad for that person that's in your home, and you're treating them like they're just full of crap. Their mental illness isn't real. So the consequences, sane people will try to help another person. Nutsos, people that are not right in the head, deny things because they don't. Another thing too with people like this is whatever is over their head, they don't believe. The problem is almost everything is over your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem. When you're ignorant, I'm not saying stupid or educated. Listen, there are people that are not highly educated that are highly intelligent.
Yes, there are.
We've known, you and I have known many people that are highly educated that you're like,
Oh
oh
God,
my God.
what the hell?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Seriously. So you're good at what you learned.
That's
Outside of that,
Oh, forget it.
you know nothing, man. It's beyond me. It's beyond belief.
Yeah.
We've known these people. So we're not talking about being educated. We're talking about just being plain ignorant. Brain is not functioning at the proper level.
Well, the way education works, they don't teach you to think. That starts out in school. They don't teach you to think anymore. That's gone. They feed you.
Well, for starters, there are people you're born kind of. It's in your DNA to be a thinker.
Oh yeah.
To think.
Yeah.
There are children that figure things out.
Yeah.
You put something in front of them, a child, and they'll figure it out.
Sponge.
It's kind of in you already.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there are adults that, listen, don't put a Rubik's Cube in front of them. Don't-
I used to do that all the time. I make it work too.
That much.
Semi-quickly.
But we'll be back in just a split second. But you know, I'm saying this for people that think about all this stuff. Think about it. And somebody's going to get offended, and I don't care. I don't care. Because I use my brain, and so many people I hang around with think and use their heads. And we'll get back to this in 1 second. I got to get something to drink, a little lager then.
See ya. We're back.
We're back. So we were talking about delusional disorder. Now, let's talk about something else. You know, when we talk about these people that are convinced they know things, not based on truth or fact, but they are absolutely convinced that they know things. Delusional. They are, right? That's why it's delusional disorder.
Yeah.
Let's talk about climate change.
Oh yeah.
There are scientists all over the world that say, you know, we're paying consequences for polluting the environment. Not recently, from going back to the Industrial Revolution, right?
Yeah.
Polluting the air, polluting the oceans, polluting the rivers, smog everywhere. And, you know, logic would dictate that for every action, there's a reaction, consequences.
No, that's getting into physics.
Right, but when you do something, there are going to be consequences.
Yeah.
You can do something good and have good consequences. If you do something bad, eventually
Yeah.
you're going to suffer the
Or
consequences.
vice versa.
For that as well. You're
Yeah.
going to suffer the consequences for that as well. Now, the point I'm trying to make is scientists are saying these things, and then you have millions of people that say, nope, I know that's not true. The problem is, you're not a scientist.
Yeah, scientists are saying these things.
You have no scientific background.
Yeah, facts,
And
science,
neither
science.
do the politicians that are telling you this.
Exactly. You hear things on whatever favorite network that feeds you, whatever bullshit makes you happy,
Yeah.
and now to you, it is fact.
Yes.
But again, you're not a scientist.
No, you're. Well, somebody might be, but. out
Now,
there.
when you say, no, I don't believe in mental illness, that ain't real, that ain't real, that ain't real, you're not a psychiatrist.
No, you're not.
You have no background, you've studied nothing, you've researched nothing, but you know. You know it's not real because you just know. You're one of those people that were blessed. There are millions of people on this planet that just know things.
I've heard that so many times in so many conversations.
You read nothing, zero. You study, zero. Research, zero. Nothing. You know, you don't look for information anywhere about anything, but you know things.
Or they could be going to these, like I said before in the prior episode, they could be going to these particular websites that are theorists.
Yes, that are trying to sell you shit.
Eventually.
We are not trying to sell anything.
No.
We are trying to help people.
Although if you want to send us some money,
Yeah, if you want to send money, you can do that if you want. But we're not trying to sell you things.
No.
We're not trying to even convince you, oh, believe us, believe. We're trying to get you to think.
Yeah, that's all.
There's a
Thanks.
difference here what we do. We're trying to get you to go. You know what? If you have doubts about something, go research it.
But right research, the
Go
correct
research
the
it.
correct research.
Researching something, for example, in politics or anything else, if all you watch is Fox, is not going to Fox for more information.
Yeah.
If all you watch is MSNBC, go to MSNBC for more information. No, think outside the box.
Yeah.
That little square, tiny little cube your brain is in.
Yeah.
And expand your mind.
Yeah, don't be stuck on just
Get
one
information.
channel. Get out
That is
there.
what we do. That's why I can sit here and criticize these sites and these organizations that are trying to. It's like a cult, like I said, to try to lock you into their beliefs. They're going to feed you BS, BS, BS. So now you want to go to them. Now you only go to them. So they're just going to keep feeding you crap because they need to keep feeding you crap to keep you interested. We tell you to go and research. I have even said this before when it comes to mental illness. Yeah, listen to what I say from my experiences, but also listen to others that have been through it. Listen to therapists and psychiatrists that they're on YouTube or other sites. Listen to them as well. Get as much information as you can. I have said this before, and I'm saying it again now. But for those of you that are so locked into this one source of BS information, and you think you know so much, trust me, you know very little. You know very little. And what you need to do is, because I've dealt with so many of these people in my life, is tone it down. Tone it down. What's a percentage of our brains that we actually use?
10%.
It's like nothing.
Let's say it's 10%. For those of you that are using 0.05, you need to step it up and get to the 10%. And stop attacking people, arguing about shit you know nothing about. Hatred. This is where hatred comes in. Hatred is from ignorance.
That's true.
Hatred and ignorance go hand in hand. Because you know what? If you weren't such a moron, you'd realize, I hate that person. I don't know him, but I hate him. Well, you know what that person is trying to do? Just trying to live their life. Just like you are. Just like you are. Hey, I got problems. I lost my job, and I hate that person. Well, that person didn't take your job. That person's probably lost their job as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Everybody's just trying to get by, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of blaming the other person, blame the owners of the company that moved their production overseas so they can.
That's what's
Make
easiest
extra
for
bucks.
them.
Listen,
That's
when you're
what-
a hateful moron, you've got to blame somebody.
Of course you do.
There's got to be a scapegoat for your
Yes,
problems.
Of course. Always. Always.
And it's always black and brown people.
Of
A
course.
lot of times.
And sometimes in reverse.
Right?
Sometimes
Oh, yeah.
in reverse.
Sometimes in
Sometimes
reverse.
in reverse.
Because let's face this. Let's touch on racism for a bit. Do people, the racism, white people against people of color? Absolutely. We have a long history of those examples. We know those are true.
Yeah.
But we have other issues. Listen to Jamaica, for example. Everything is Irie over there. Oh, love, and we think of all the music.
Just don't be gay in Jamaica.
I like
Don't
reggae
be
music.
gay in
Love it.
Jamaica.
No.
Don't be gay in Jamaica. Okay? In Pakistan,
Very sad.
if a woman gets raped, her own, not in all cases, but this still happens, a brother or brothers, cousins, whatever, will try to kill her
That's
because
disgusting.
she shamed the family. She was raped.
Yeah, disgusting.
She was a victim of a crime, attacked, but they will try to kill her because she shamed the family. We have this young lady in Iran who got arrested for exposing her hair
Yeah. Oh my.
How dare she?
by the
Religious police.
religious police, which we have them here. That we have those here in the United States if they could. They want to. Look at abortion. No abortion under any circumstances, rape or anything. But the people passing these laws and pushing that, again, like I've said this a million times, I'll say it again, if their daughter gets raped and pregnant,
They're
she's
going to
going
get
to
an
get an
abortion.
Or
So
their
there you
mistress.
go.
She's going to get an abortion.
Yeah. Oh, but we can't have it here.
If the wife gets pregnant by the mailman, she's getting a
But
Yeah.
this for those those that just know things. I've asked people this before. I've sat in a bar and argued with someone and said, "Okay, how do you know this?"
I just
You
know.
know. You
I
just know things. You tell me how you know. What did you read? What did you research? What did you experience? What? No answer.
No, I just know.
I just know.
No, because they were told what to know.
I just
they
know.
decided this is what.
Yeah, because they were
Yeah.
told.
Now,
Ignorance.
And they're incapable of thinking for themselves.
Ignorance.
Now,
Ignorance.
again, I'm going to keep going back to mental illness because that's what I do. I always think of this. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. I'll say it many more times in my life. If there's a child in the house that needs help, that has a mental illness, and those parents, nope, it ain't real because I know it ain't real. I just know it ain't real. They're screwed.
They sure are. Without a doubt.
And it doesn't have to just be a child. It can be a wife, a husband.
Anybody in the family. Yeah.
But
if they have parents.
when
like
you
that.
live in a world with people that just know things,
Well.
and they're the people that you need right now.
But-
You need them right now.
They're not the stability.
They're not there for you
They're
because
not.
they know it ain't real.
Yeah.
Why is it the stupidest people on the planet are the ones that will fight and argue with you about things they know when they don't know anything?
That's how it is.
Well, that's actually mental illness.
Am I attacking people? Yes, I'm attacking people. Because you know what? Let me say this. People's cultures, whatever. We need to respect other people's cultures. Yes, I agree. To a degree. To a degree. When young girls in certain countries, including the one that we were there for years in Afghanistan fighting, have no rights, can't get an education, have no future. Oh, but that's their culture. We need to respect that. No, we don't.
No.
No, we don't. Saudi Arabia. Oh, we love Saudi Arabia because they have oil. If they didn't have oil, we wouldn't give a rat's ass about
We
Saudi
really
Arabia.
wouldn't. Not at all.
They behead people in public.
Yeah.
But that's their culture. We need to respect that. How about no?
Yeah.
How about no, we don't?
Well, look at genital mutilation on girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens all over the world. In Muslim countries.
Forced marriages of 10-year-olds.
Yeah, it's another one.
Africa. What was it? A 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Was it Uganda? Whatever. Forced marriage to a man, and pregnant by 11.
Yeah.
But that's their culture. We need to respect
No.
that. How about no? How about no, we don't?
No, I agree.
Right? Even in this country. Oh, we have our Southern values. Yeah, we know we had a civil war over that. How about no?
And they still, a lot of people still say it wasn't about slavery,
Right. That's a lie.
even though in the Articles of Succession by a bunch of these states, it specifically mentions slavery.
Yeah.
Right, but they like to say for our own economic freedom.
No, it specifically mentions slavery.
Yeah. You know, I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated because I think of what other people go through. I'm not suffering the results of these things that I'm talking about. I'm not paying for it. Neither are you. Neither are you. But other people are.
Yeah,
So here we are thinking of other people we don't even know.
You got so many kids out there where the parents just say, "Oh, it's a phase. It's not real. Whatever." And how many kids commit suicide?
Because
Too
when
many,
you
too
when
many.
you when
It's
you
way
are
too many.
surrounded by ignorance, by morons, you need to step up for yourself or you're screwed.
Yeah, you are screwed.
Surround yourself with other people if necessary. It is necessary.
if you can, yes,
It is necessary,
absolutely.
actually.
You can if you
People
look.
that are very uninformed about anything tend to be in a group because they like to agree with one another. They watch the same news source, same source of information, because they don't want to hear something they don't like.
Of course.
If you're afraid of hearing something that you don't like, even though it's true, that's on you. Yo, man, that's on you. If you just want to be told what appeases you, you are not informed, so shut the F up when you're around other people that are. Because you've got no ammunition in a discussion or in an argument.
You're limited.
There's
You've got
people,
nothing. You're shooting blanks.
Yeah, and you are.
there's people out there that get together in groups. They all have different ideas. They all sit there and discuss all their different ideas and positions. They don't yell at
And
each
that's
other. They
beautiful.
call each other names. They're done. They go out
And what
drink
happens?
or whatever, and things work out.
And what happens sometimes? Sometimes someone can disagree in the beginning.
And then
And then,
agree.
From the back and forth, talking,
Yeah.
having a conversation.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you know what?
Yeah. Oh, I
I had never
Yeah,
thought about
yeah.
that. You brought up a really good point.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to give that some more thought.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
That's not that.
Not the foaming at the mouth
Yeah.
that with Donald Trump. And I'm sorry, I'm going to bring him up because it's a pattern that a lot of Republicans now want to use. If I win, I won. If I lose, nope, I still won.
Yeah.
I still won because I don't lose. I still won.
Yeah.
That's a pattern that's going to happen now. And stupid people will
We'll
say,
believe it.
yeah, I got stolen from us.
Yeah.
So you can't lose. So your guy could never lose under any circumstances ever the whole time you're alive.
No, not in their eyes.
Never
As
mind.
long as
Not
you are
in their
alive,
eyes.
your candidate could never lose.
That's right.
It's not
Never,
human.
never mind
That's
that the
their
math
train of
doesn't
thought.
add up. Oh, math, yeah.
They don't care.
Math
They
doesn't exist
don't
either.
care.
You want to bring up math to people like this that are so closed-minded. Math is what you want to bring up? Math is the last thing you bring up because math is a solution to a lot of issues.
Yeah,
is
well,
math.
I agree.
Math and logic. The
Yes, two things they don't want to hear.
No, of course not.
So for those of you that believe that, you know, your
Climate
candidate can't lose,
change.
didn't lose. So I'm asking you this again to think about this. So as long as you are alive on this planet, any candidate that you want to vote for could never lose under any circumstances whatsoever. And if they do, it's rigged. Really, that makes sense?
Now it does to them
That makes
now.
sense to you?
It does to them.
Makes perfect
That makes sense?
It's-
Think about
It's
that.
unreal, but that's what they
Because,
actually
and you know
believe.
what? For people that think like that, there's a beautiful place where you should go on vacation. Sunny. It's you can go surfing, you can do whatever you want. It's called Lobotomy Island. You should
Lobotomy
go
Island.
there.
Yeah, it's
I am
perfect.
sick and tired of arguing with people again that have no information whatsoever about anything. They just know. If I were you, I would not be here right now alive. I would be gone because I have survived 2 suicide attempts. And this is why I do this, what we do. If I was one of you, I'd be gone. Wouldn't even be here. but have the ability to think, have the ability to be strategic, the ability to look at mistakes, the ability to look at facts, the ability to look at reality, the ability to realize things. This is a mental illness. I need to do something to change it. So for you, just the knowers, just call them the knowers. Does
The
anybody use that?
knowers. That sounds like a good
Does
movie.
anybody use that?
The knowers.
No.
We're going to start calling you the knowers.
The
The people that have no
knowers.
information, no knowledge of anything, but just know shit. From now on, you're the knowers.
The knowers.
Again.
I like it.
I had to work on myself, and so I'm still here. You have someone who's counting on you. You don't believe it, but you know, because you know it ain't real. You know what? Let's throw some religion in. God help that person. God help that person. Because if you're not there for them, who is?
Yeah.
Well,
The knowers.
The knowers.
unfortunately, there's a lot of religious people
You know,
that you've got a kid with issues, they tried fixing him with religion.
pray it away.
Pray it away.
Pray it away.
Yeah.
And
if you get cancer-
if the kid's gay, they do the conversion therapy.
No, that is disgusting. I don't know.
And then you wonder why kids commit suicide.
The conversion therapy. I mean, get
There
your
should
head
be-
out of your
This
ass.
day and age, there should be absolutely
That's
no
just
reason
disgusting.
for kids to have to commit suicide, to resort to committing suicide.
Okay, I think we're dumber in 2022 than we were before.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
possibly could be.
And when it comes to politics, I'm sorry.
Stupid.
We have gone backwards to where this is a cult. It's a
And we're talking both sides, not just the
yeah, but
Republicans.
one side
They've got their
it's
their
not, it's not
own
even
nutcase.
it's not even both sides. It's a part of one side. If you think about it, it's a part of one side. Because there are Republicans that are like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, but there are Democrats who are nutcases too.
Yeah, but nutcases and everything.
Yes,
You've got,
yes.
you've got
But-
the ones in the middle, the logical ones on both sides. They seem to be losing ground.
No, let me give you an example when it comes to politics. Ronald Reagan left. That's it, people moved on. Republicans moved on. Jimmy Carter lost re-election. Democrats moved on. George W. Bush was two-termer. Republicans moved on. Don't even mention his name like the man never existed.
They don't even like his art.
Bill Clinton did his 2 terms, people moved on. Donald Trump lost re-election. It's like he's never going to go away.
It's
ever.
not going to go away.
Never going to go away. By lunatics. You people are lunatics.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There are times when you have to say these things.
Yeah.
You're lunatics. Because there are Republicans that are sane. That have said, he is dividing the party. He's doing this, he's doing that. They're saying they see it.
Yes.
Because they're about policy.
Because he is.
They're about policy. You're about a used car salesman chirping garbage to you and you blindly believe. That's not the same as taking sides on policy issues.
Right,
These are
right.
not policy issues. When the man does rallies attacking things, but no solutions for anything.
He's telling a
No
lot
solution for
of.
anything.
The thing is, he's telling a lot of people what they want to hear, and he knows it.
Exactly. He's spewing the poison
Yeah,
too.
he's
because
gross.
it's already there.
It's just gross.
When the KKK, we've got one of ours.
Oh,
Yeah.
When David Duke is happy that he's president.
Yeah, of course.
Okay? For those of you that are Christians also believe in that, how Christian are you?
Well, the Klan is
gotta
a
ask
Christian
that one, too.
organization.
How Christian are you?
gotta ask them.
This is the problem with religion. You know what? There are Christians. You know what they've done? Many of them done. Even in southern states, they've taken in refugees and brought them into their home.
Yeah.
Brought them into their home because they understand they're people.
Because they are people.
They're people.
They are
right, but
human
they understand
beings.
that. But a lot of Christians don't understand that those are human beings.
Yeah, and they don't.
Those are, as you would say, God's children.
That's true.
God's children.
They're human beings.
But for many of you of faith, religious, very religious, you forget those people crossing the border. Now, I'm not saying you should, hey, let everybody in.
Yeah,
There
we're
needs
not
to be,
saying that.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, you should remember what you hear, what you supposedly believe. We're all God's children. Not you. And those that look like you. And everyone else is shit.
Yeah.
Remember again, if you're a Jesus lover, Jesus didn't look like you.
He didn't.
Jesus looked like everyone you hate. So,
It's gonna rain.
just want to say that when it comes to religion, because I believe this about religion. When a person has faith, and that faith makes them a better person, I believe having things to believe in is a wonderful thing.
It is.
When that faith, when you say, you know what, I believe this, I am going to help people. I don't care of their color, of their what religious background they are. I don't care. We're all God's children. When you believe that and live by that, that's a beautiful thing.
It is.
But when you are a redneck, hateful, racist, and your ass is sitting in church on a Sunday singing, let me just say this. You're full of shit.
I agree. Complete
And
shit.
this is why religion is on the decline. Because of the people that are full of shit.
You got these religious people that help people. They do all kinds of good things.
Yes.
Those are the ones that ask the question, what would Jesus do?
Yes.
Yeah.
The other ones, they don't even want to
Yeah.
go near that.
Yeah.
For you Southern, because again, like I've said in the past, well, we have our Southern values. Okay, but you don't tell me you believed in lynching, you believed in slavery, you believed in this, but you also believed in Jesus. I don't think your Southern values should trump what Jesus would do.
I agree.
I think what Jesus would do would be at the top of your list.
Yeah. You would think.
So
You would think.
when you can get your head out of your ass
Yeah.
and actually
you'd
say
think.
things that match, do things, and be the person that matches what you say,
Then
you got us, man. You got me.
you got some clout there, baby.
You got me.
You got it.
But when you're full of crap, you're full of
Yeah.
hatred, violence,
You ain't
you believe
getting
in
my
violence.
attention.
The perfect example was that Mississippi burning, the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mississippi,
Great
great
example.
movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a great movie.
Great movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are our Southern values. Okay, but your Southern values are shit.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit. Shit.
Shit.
Shit.
When you see it again, I'm going to say this. Close with this. We're all God's children.
Oh.
You.
All
Don't
of
be Archie Bunker where you say, I was created in God's image because he thinks God looked like him. Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
Because Archie Bunker was an ignoramus.
Yeah.
Fictional
yeah.
character.
Yeah. Fictional.
So, folks, a little frustrated, a little angry today because I have heard and seen some things the past few days that have gotten me there. And here, we always are real here. Real and honest. And again, telling you, research. Don't listen to me or John or Shannon. What we say, that's it. That's all you need to know. No. Research and get as much information in that head as you can because you have enough space up there.
I'm still thinking about when in Genesis, when God said, let us make man in our image. God was supposed to be just God. Who the hell is our? Who's the other people?
I don't. That's really not even important anymore.
I don't know.
Not to me, anyway.
I think of these things like, where the king's wife come from. There's all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, go talk to your...
And the land of Nod for that reason.
Go join a church, give them 10% of your income, and then you can ask them questions.
I think I should.
Well, thank you for joining in on our episode.
Thanks for joining in. Be well. And again, folks, research everything. Take care.
And don't
be
forget,
well.
what would Jesus do?
And please give us a follow on YouTube and give us a thumbs up.
Take care.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye.